After year one of the Las Vegas Raiders' new regime, I thought it was history repeating itself for head coach Josh McDaniels. Remember, he went to the Denver Broncos, got rid of a quarterback that just went to his first Pro Bowl, all because he wanted to bring in his guy, Matt Castle, but that didn't work out because he was with the Kansas City Chiefs and they weren't going to just hand him over to a division rival. So he picked Tim Tebow, a bad thrower of the football in the 2010 NFL Draft, and the rest is horrible Broncos history. Fast forward to right after the 2022 season, his first with the Raiders, and he gets rid of quarterback Derek Carr, and Tom Brady retired, so he won't be coming in to save the Raiders. So what then? GM Dave Ziegler has some ideas. He's saving McDaniels' history from repeating itself. Starting with the quarterback position, it came out later that it was never the plan for Ziegler to bring in Tom Brady, and give credit where it's due, McDaniels didn't want him there either. Remember, McDaniels and New England Patriots head coach Bill Belichick were ready to move on with Jimmy Garoppolo at quarterback at one point before owner Robert Kraft put a stop to that plan. So it makes all the sense in the world for Garoppolo to be the guy the new regime wants to move forward with. So is Garoppolo an upgrade over Carr? No, not really. It's more of a lateral move as they're on the same level. But when you look at the fact that he spent his first 3 years in McDaniels' offense, Garoppolo's a huge upgrade over Carr. This complex offense is dependent on the quarterback's ability to process information quickly, and Carr couldn't do that in his first year in the new offense. Would he have gotten better in year two? Of course he would have. But who's going to process faster, the guy with 3 years in the offense or the guy with one? Again, if you just look at them quarterback for quarterback, they're on the same level. And as much as I love Carr, I have to admit Garoppolo's the right guy. Ziegler was in win-now mode when he first took over the Raiders. He brought star receiver Davante Adams in for more offensive firepower, but the defense was a real problem. So he brought in edge rusher Chandler Jones to help fellow edge rusher Max Crosby rush the passer, but it didn't work out as Jones is getting up in age. They were 30th in the NFL in sacks with just 27 last year. That number needs to be exponentially better for the Raiders to go anywhere this year. Ziegler is still in win-now mode, so at number 7 overall in the 2023 NFL Draft, he took edge rusher Tyree Wilson. Wilson has a little something in common with Jones, those vines for arms that are over 35.5 inches long. He also has some speed and plenty of power to go with the relentless motor. He has no idea what he's doing yet, but he can get 7 to 10 sacks just on what he has. But Jones and Crosby are here to help bring him along this offseason, so I expect him to get out of the blocks fast as a rookie. So Ziegler will get out of Wilson what he should have gotten out of Jones last year, and Jones is still here to provide depth. Ziegler still needed defensive players, but he couldn't help it when he saw tight end Michael Mayer still on the board in round 2. Mayer was projected to go in the first round, so Ziegler traded up to get him when he got him. Then with the first of 2 third-round picks, he took interior defensive lineman Byron Young. Remember this, with all the talent the Raiders have coming off the edges, they don't need Aaron Donald inside. They just need someone that can give them a little something on the inside. Look how much better the pass rush got when Jerry Tillery came on last year. Young can do that too. He's a better player than people realize. He was just as productive as Jalen Carter in the same SEC last year. Rushing the passer, Carter had 32 pressures and 3 sacks. As a run defender, he had 22 run stops with 7 of them being behind the line of scrimmage. Young had 28 pressures and 4 sacks as a pass rusher. As a run defender, he had 24 run stops with 5.5 being behind the line of scrimmage. So while Carter got all the hype and he did deserve it, Young did just as much quietly, so he will help the defense this year. Of course, the Raiders needed a corner with Rock Ya-Sin gone, but they were going to stay true to their board. They took Trey Tucker with the second of their third-round picks. He might be another cheetah. He ran a 4.40 at the 2023 NFL Scouting Combine and a 4.29 in his pro day. The man is just fast. He ran a 10.4 100 meters in high school. Then after that, in the 4th round, they stole Jacorian Bennett. Players like that fall to you when you stay true to your board. Bennett had first-round production last year with 11 pass breakups and 2 interceptions. And when opposing quarterbacks threw his way, they completed 44.4% of their passes for 309 yards and no touchdowns. Bennett had the combine of a first-round prospect as well. He measured in at 5'11", 188 pounds with 32-inch long arms. The height is average, but having 32-inch long arms is outstanding. It projects well for press man coverage. He ran a 4.30 40 and posted a 40.5-inch vertical leap to ace athletic testing. He should have at least went in round 2. When the Carr thing first happened and Brady retired, I thought history was repeating itself with McDaniels. But it turned out the plan was for Garoppolo to come in the whole time. His knowledge of the offense makes him a big upgrade over Carr, so they're good there. It looks like the Raiders are making up for Jones and Cleveland Ferrell not working out so well with Wilson. They got a corner that can possibly start too after making their offense even better with Mayer and Tucker. Ziegler stayed true to his board, so he got the best player available and still filled his needs at corner and defensive line. Between getting the Raiders a quarterback in this draft, Ziegler's not letting McDaniels' history repeat itself. Thank you for watching. See you next time.